These are just some cute behind-the-scenes clips of some things we've been working on. I thought it would be fun to show you. Of whatever they're going through in their life, I have sat with people who, one man in particular, that had a heart attack, and he was dead for so long that news teams wanted to interview him. He didn't do the interviews, but it was a medical miracle. And he said that where he was, and he could describe to his mother, who was in the room, what she was saying to the doctor, what outfit, that the family members that came later, who he didn't even see, what they were wearing, what they were talking about, what they were saying, what the doctors were talking about at the lunch table later. He could tell them all of it. Because while he was dead and they'd all stopped working on him, he knew what was happening to him. Abraham trusted God, and it was accounted unto him as righteousness. It was because in the hours that Nimrod decided to throw him into the fire pit, Abraham trusted God. That's an unusual story. I can't wait to tell it in the movie Nimrod. But it's assuredly in this book. This is a collection of some of the most unusual backstories. And it really brings your biblical stories to life. And yes, we're going to talk about the stars. Those stars in the heavens above, they make a language. They make a language. Amongst other things they may do, it makes a language. Those little dots in the heavens. And you're passing through them like a clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock, counting down to something. But it's some kind of a hallway. You know, a person can be in two places at once. I have no idea. I'm excited to find out. Apparently one of the questions they ask everybody is what age you want to look. So you can, when you read the text in Sumerian, it's hard to tell what it's actually stating. And if you're coming in as a layman, the secular guys aren't going to tell you that a marker is Nimrod and that Lord of Arata is Noah. They probably don't even believe that's true. But I give you the reasons that that's true, and not only that, but the documents come to light. They light up like a bulb when you plug those names in. He's doing a finger and a stick straddle. That's what that is, right? Look at him. Look at him go. You are just a confident little guy. There's some kind of a hallway thing he was in. You know, people going through, and he could see the other side of it. The one side of it was beyond, but the other side, and he could see where he was going. And he knew that his family wanted, that his mother would miss him, and all these people would miss him, and they would really want him back. It was going to make them so sad if he was gone. And he said, but I could see through there, and I did not care. I did not care. Because I knew it would just be like that before they were there anyway. That's about as close as you ever get to a giant sea turtle, isn't it? Hey man, how are you doing? Is that true, by the way? Okay, well, I'm going to show you some pictures, okay? So I want you to take a look, and you tell me which one of these three that I know this is a pretty one. Now, you can go ahead and keep looking if you want. Missing links and lies. Look, your current theories that you're learning in science are that if you breed monkeys long enough, it makes people. If you believe that, you'll believe anything. And I could see in there, and I'm going through, and he said there were these angels, these tall angels. And it put its hand out, and it stopped me. And he said, and I got scared. What's wrong? What's wrong? And he pushed further, and he said, why can't I go? Why can't you? What's wrong? Why can't I go? And he said, the angel said, very calmly, angels of the Lord don't come with new messages and things, and not lots of fancy words and sales pitchy type stuff. Put its hand out on his chest and said, I don't know. I only do what I'm told. We could all take a lesson from angels. I don't know. I only do what I'm told. And he said, but I want to go in. I want to go. And the angel said, you're not done yet. And pushed with the hand backwards, and he said he fell. And as he was falling back, the eyes opened in the body. And he's jiggling loose, and they've got a toe tag on him. This is the one, okay, now this takes you through the Pharaoh of the Exodus. It takes you through all of the Egyptian gods. All of them. I'm not kidding you. I'm not making it up. This is going to tell you who the Pharaoh was that Joseph knew. It's going to tell you that. I'm not. Take a look. Take a look for yourself. Go ahead. Take a look. No, I'm not making it up. They're fully illustrated. These are the parts you'll be tested by fire. These are the parts where Abraham, and they're durable. You're going to absolutely love Nimrod. This is, I know what you're thinking. Yeah, take a look at it. Get a good eye suck in on that. You know you want it. These are the parts where Abraham is thrown into the fires by Nimrod. These are things that most people don't even know exist. That Abraham was tossed into Nimrod's fire pits. So when it says that Abraham trusted God and it was accounted unto him as righteousness, those are big words. Abraham was a friend of God, a friend of God. The first place you find use of the word friend is not on Facebook, but it's in your Bible. The root of something, the law of first mention, the first time something is said, should give you some clue of its origin, its point of origin. Friend is an unusual category. Abraham, who was thrown in Nimrod's fire pits, Abraham was a friend of God. He was a friend of God. So, and to just kind of close off the life after death experience, and I've heard hundreds of these at this point, but in this particular case, this was a man in West Texas. He had a cattle ranch, and he had oil pumps out there on the property. It's been horrible for him when he ever had to sell the cows. He actually knew them all by name. He'd throw them the hay bales. But this was one of the first times that I had legitimately, other than my mother and my family, seen somebody that's just looking forward, just really looking forward to heaven, to walking through that doorway. Oh, almost forgot this one other part. The angel stopped him. He's looking through that doorway. He's looking through. And he said, why is everything moving so fast? Like a technological, biological, supernatural wonderland of wizardry on the other side. And the angel says, oh no, that's not fast. I could show you fast. No, that's modest, what you're looking at over there. The only reason it looks fast on the other side is because where you're coming from, everything moves so slow. That heaven is undescribable to these people. And this isn't a hazy mist of clouds and harps. I'm talking about people that have had these experiences. It's like this place isn't even real to them anymore. It's lost all of its flavor. While the world is concerned about what they're going to do tomorrow, what's going to work out for them today, how their hair looked, or what someone said about them yesterday, this guy couldn't care about any of it. The only thing, this place was less real than that place to this guy and to hundreds of others that I've talked to, like super HD real. All of your witchy people from the ancient world were looking at the stars. What were they looking at? What were they studying? Abraham was born under a sign in the stars. We go through the sign and the signs and the stars. And the angels and their correlations. What are these apkelu, these characters that many of the New Agers will call these Anunnaki? That's fine, for lack of a better term. A lot of this comes from, it's important to know where things actually come from and not just made up stories. A lot of people just make stuff up in this day and age. Why make stuff up when the actual stories behind these things are so much further than what you could possibly dream to make up? It also says in Daniel, the 12th chapter, that knowledge will increase in the end. And that's what I wanted to focus on. And doing a good job of presenting it to people, because that's what I do. In a Joseph period. And I want to talk in the next video about a letter from, it was my friend Mike Hughes that made these. He felt compelled of his own accord to make these coins. And by the way, when I say Mike Hughes, I mean the Mike right here. I'm fully aware that there's a Mike Hughes that tried to build a rocket, blast himself into space so he could see if the earth was flat. And I'm not taking any sides on anything. I'm just being very clear. This Mike Hughes that I went to Egypt with is a different Mike Hughes than the guy that built a rocket to check if the earth was flat. I want to talk to you in the next video about a Joseph period and about a letter from Kim Clement. Speaking of PreFlood, this is a That is a megalodon tooth that's on my neck right there, that I got in South Africa, a place that needs your prayers, because they're not in horribly great shape over there. I made that Trump prophecy video, which is now buried by YouTube, I guess. But we're praying for that too, that there be favor, even with big tech, here in the U.S. over China, and there be favor for Christian voices like myself. Joseph, period. We'll talk about this special, secret, hidden Kim Clement video, hidden scroll that he had, hidden letter for Donald Trump in the next video. I'm Trey Smith. When you get a set, I don't care whether you get them from Amazon, from us, wherever you get them, hold them up in the air, take a picture of them, or show a picture of them on your coffee table. Let's pretend this rock here is a coffee table, because they look beautiful any place that you set this set of books. And Daniel said in Daniel 12, verse 4, knowledge shall increase in the end. Now, I want to give a special thank you to everyone that's gotten copies of these new God in a Nutshell books. A lot of work, nearly all of 2019 went into those. Please write a review of them wherever you get them at. And I think that the ebook versions are actually up now, so you can get copies of those. And also in the subscriber section at God in a Nutshell, there are videos that I don't even put up on YouTube. And one that I believe that Mike has got that's on the Joseph conspiracy is probably in, if it's not in there now, it's going up in there as well. And this is for anyone that gives donations to God in a Nutshell. We can really use those. And I'm very thankful to everyone that does that. I'm Trey Smith. God bless every last one of you, and your families on the other side of the screen.